Hello, boys and girls. It's when I feel like a clock post around the clock, as usual. And yesterday I went 2 for 3. Um, you know what? I didn't feel good about my pick when I watched the Ice Guys on the YouTube. If you happen to see that show, after you watch my video, go to the Ice Guys. Those guys seem to have to have their shit together over there. Something I might be able to learn. But after listening to it, I was not too sure about my Vancouver pick, and it turns out they were correct. Highly recommended. Um, okay, well, we I got some Pilates I got to be getting into today. For sure. It's been a little while. It's Christmas time, so the Hymes Lube vats are being put together and arranged by the masseuses, and we've even brought in some extra masseuses to work on that. So it's been really busy. I haven't been able to get to Pilates. Chinky's House of Pilates and Yoga. It's the best there. I said it. Ask for Poon. Um, that's where I go to do that. And but people have saying, why don't you just get right to the picks and blah 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 blah? Because I babble and I drink rum, which gives you a healthy babble meter. That's why. That's all there is. That's the only reason why. Just live with it. You want these picks or what? Let me have my fun. God damn it. Got the professional paperwork here for the picks for today. There's lots of them, so I'm going to get at it. The Wild versus the Sabres. Sabres at home. Sabres haven't won in a while. I think they got some guys back off of injury. I just have a gut feeling about this one. I'm not sure I would bet on it, but I'm going to take the Sabres 2-1 here, boys and girls. I think you should probably get pretty good odds on this game. And the Wild have been having a really difficult time scoring. I think that they might even play their backup. Who is their backup now? Not Kemper, is it? Is it Kemper? I think it might be Kemper. Anyways, whoever it is, I just have a feeling they're going to win. If they play Dubnyk, maybe not. But I have a feeling they might play their backup here tonight. Oilers versus the Wings. I ain't betting Oilers shit. They looked horrible last game, man. I watched it, and there's not too many times that I watch the Oilers where I will go, I'm not watching this. And they look totally distraught. They look like there is some serious problems in that room. Good thing they got rid of Hall, eh? Get rid of that cancer in the room. Yeah, so I'm taking the Wings, regardless of who they play in that. And I think it's going to be Howard, from what I remember. Bruins versus the Devils. I would not bet on this game. Devils have been on the road for a while. Bruins are playing Godobin, who's on a super hot streak right now. I might ride that streak for this game and say Bruins 2-1 though, but that's the only reason, and I wouldn't touch this game. The Oilers and Wings game I would bet on, by the way, and the Sabres game, for what I think for the money you're going to get on that game, I think I'd give a flyer on the Sabres. Flyers versus the Islanders. Flyers totally disappointed me last night. They are such an inconsistent team, but Elliott should be in net tonight against Grice. They're two similar players, two similar teams in offense and young defense and so on and so forth like that. I just think that it'll open up, and you let things open up for Tavares, and it'll eat you alive. So I just have a feeling Tavares will have a big night tonight. I'm taking the Islanders 5-3. The Nucks versus the Pens. Pens at home. Nucks have been on the road for a while. They did have a big win last game. I think Nielsen will be in net tonight, which isn't a bad thing, actually. Nielsen has been playing very, very well. It isn't a horrible thing, and Murray's been a little bit inconsistent. I'm still going to give the Pens a win 4-3, but I'm a little uneasy about it. Sens versus Caps. I'm going to take Caps at home. but I'm a little reserved because I don't like the way they've been playing. This is a team that, geez. This is a kind of team the Sens can eat up pretty good, but they haven't been playing very well either. I just have a feeling that Trotz is going to put a fire under the Caps' ass tonight, and the Caps will win in not a very easy one, 3-2. The Rags versus the Canes. The Rangers have been playing better, but I've said all along that the Canes were going to be a playoff team this year, and they're more and more looking like it. I think the Canes will pull this off at home, but not in a convincing fashion. I'm taking them 3-2. The Hawks versus the Bolts. The Hawks have been on the road for quite a while now, and their core gets tired. They play a lot. And the Bolts are just friggin' unbelievable, and Vass should be in net. I'm going to take the Bolts 4-1. Habs versus the Preds. I have no faith in the Habs at all, and they're at home. The Preds are one of the best home teams in the league. For sure, I'm taking the Preds 5-2 here, and I would bet on that. Stars versus the Avs. From what I understand, the Avs are going to be playing Bernier, and the Stars have been playing well, although they played last night. This is a tough one to pick. They're going to have Bishop. I'm going to take the Avs 4-2. Just said it. That's it. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. That's it. Sharks versus the Yotes. The Yotes, I remember when I was saying that I figured the Yotes would almost make the playoffs. I think they've just had a rough go. They had injuries to their goaltenders, which, of course, that's really not much of an excuse when you look at Vegas, right? But for most teams, most of the time, Vegas is the exception to the rule. They have Ranta in net now, and they just seem to be getting Tocchet's system, which, by the way, is way different than what Tippett's system was, and it was a lot to take in with different players and stuff. And I think you're going to see the Yotes make a push here from now on to the end of the season. Probably not make the playoffs, but I don't think they're going to be the worst team in the league. So, anyways, I'm taking the Yotes on that. The Knights versus the Ducks. When I picked San Jose over the Ducks the other night, I did not know they were going to get their whole defense back. Even without their top two centers, their whole defense, having everybody back with Fowler and Vatanen and Lindholm and Gibson in net. I mean, that is a stingy defense. Knights could pull this off, but I'm going to give the Ducks the edge in a low-scoring affair. I'm going to say 2-1, but I think it's going to be a dogfight of a game. And the Jets versus the Kings, I just kick myself for taking the Jets at the Preds last time. I have a lot of confidence in this team, and sometimes I don't think with my head, but I think with my heart. And I'm not doing that again. They're going to be playing Mason, I think, tonight. If they play Hellebuck, I'll take the Jets. But if they play Mason against Quick, I got to take the Kings. And I'm going to say like 4-2. Well, boys and girls, that's my full 42%, as I like to say. Make sure you subscribe and getting yourself the Jaime's Body Lube and the Pearl necklace. Pearls of Wisdom necklace, that is. Yes, to all the letters there, waiting in anticipation, just watch for the helicopter. When the helicopter comes, stand outside, and we'll send it down to you. Have a great day. Lots of love to you.